like we're the best country in the world at everything when that's literally impossible for us to be. So I don't like the Olympics. I hate it. It's the worst 2 weeks of television ever.
So what is your favorite segment in the Olympics?
Honestly, this is crazy. A lot of people are expecting me to say basketball right now or something else. My favorite part of the Olympics every year is shot put. And that is because I used to throw shot put, and it is crazy to me how certain people can throw a shot put that far. I mean, it is incredible. I love watching shot put, but also I love watching people run and race. So like any of the sprints are cool. The 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, the 400, any of the relays are super cool because that involves teamwork. The craziest thing about sprinting is if one hand is, if your hand's here versus here, it can make a difference in 0.5 seconds of your time in a handoff. It's crazy. So like, I think that's super interesting watching how the handoffs work. God, there's a lot of it.
It's very important to take into their professional track and field career.
Yeah, that is one thing. We don't have a lot of like pro sports league. That's what I always find crazy. Like it's kind of cool too to get to revisit all the great athletes that we have in America. Like for example, I'll just use volleyball as an example. Once you're done playing volleyball in college, I mean, you can go to Europe and play, but it's not really like, I mean, it's a pro league, but it's not at the same time. Like, it's not like what the NFL is or what the NBA is or the MLB.
Beach volleyball league.
Right. Yeah. Now you go play it in summer volleyball league in the Olympics. So when you have
there's
really
actually
good
a summer
there's professional beach volleyball players.
Yeah.
Like, there's an actual professional league.
No. Every year there's a bench. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where a lot of those girls that go to the Olympics go to play in that beach. Like it's 2-on-2 and they go play that. Like, and there's actually decent money in being a professional beach volleyball player.
Yeah. There's actually a professional pickler thing or pickleball thing too. That's
pickleball.
Cool. Yeah.
Pickleball.
Yeah. So why? How do you not know there's professional beach volleyball? It's on ESPN all the time, literally.
No, I mean I knew there was.
It's because we don't care about you, Wyatt. Unfortunately, man. Wyatt, send us out, big guy. Or Tori, send us out.
Man Hour Nation, rise up!
And After Show has started, guys. Head over to youtube.com/manhour. If you are a member, the After Show is live. Join us. We there. Why is it so easy to set you up almost every freaking time, man? Not even gonna lie.
I love talking about sports. You get me so excited.
I got BC last night.
Yeah, you did.
I love when we get him. It's so funny because he tries so hard to not get God on that.
The look on his face so was priceless, and then all of a sudden he just flips me off.
Right? He gets so mad. I love it. It's hilarious.
Why?
It was great.
No, it was you three, and I was in the back office just recording clips, and I think Tori got Wyatt, Combs got Tori, and then I got Combs. It was all.
And then I was just like, I just finished it out.
it was all just a boom, boom, boom. So guys, that was a pretty good show, I think. I mean, pretty sound, fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this fantasy football thing. So do you want to join Tori on a show, or Tori, you want to do it solo, or what are your thoughts on that, man?
We can join each other because I like back and forth because we're gonna agree on some stuff and then disagree on some stuff, and then we can just yell and banter at each other.
Okay,
right.
So basically, what you are thinking, Tori, is like you give some players to pick up in the waiver wire or trade or that kind of thing, and then answer questions via Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, we need to get Twitter followers up then, so we can have.
Well, it's like I said. Well, put it out there to either Twitter or send it to like the Man Hour Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. I follow Pro Football Fantasy, I think, or Fantasy Football Pros or some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantasy Football Pros.
Yeah. They have like, I don't know, probably 100 people that have like their name _ PF, and we can always reach out to those people as well as guests on the get guests on the show, to have to help out.
Chris that came on the show.
Yeah.
My buddy.
Yeah.
Guess where he was yesterday?
Milwaukee.
Atlanta. As a guest of the freaking CEO of the Atlanta Hawks. He went to the game.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday.
What?
That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a picture of he's got a picture of him, the CEO of the Atlanta Hawks. So because he had met him last year, and he's always telling him, you got to come down to Atlanta for game. Got to come down to. He set him up and said, "Hey, you're coming down for game 3," and brought him down for game 3 of the conference finals.
That's crazy.
Was he in the box or like down on the floor?
Yep, he was in the box.
That is so dope.
He well, and then he's got an in with the Bucks too. So he went to game 1 and 2 in Milwaukee.
He's riding both sides of the train.
He is. I mean, but there again, given what he does, So yeah, Steve Koonin, the CEO. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That is super cool.
That is cool. I don't care what team it is. Like if you have the opportunity to like meet the CEO of a team and like sit next to him, like I would be kind of like awestruck, like the whole time. Be like, don't say the wrong thing. Don't say the wrong thing.
Well, but there again, like that picture, Chris has got his Bucks shirt on. Like the guy knows that Chris is a Bucks fan.
Yeah.
But still, like brought him down as his guest. So I think all Chris had to pay for was his flight down.
Which honestly, flights to Atlanta are not that expensive, to be honest, because
it's a hub city. That's why it's cheap.
And you can only fly Southwest because I think that's the only ones that are allowed in Atlanta airport.
No, there's a couple of them.
Say like when I flew to Atlanta last year, it was probably 500 Southwest big old planes.
That's what my mom travels. She's a travel nurse, and she flies Southwest, and every single flight she has goes through either Atlanta or Detroit or Chicago. 90% of the time, though, it's Atlanta, and then the other, it's 5 and 5 is Chicago.
Well, because
Detroit.
Atlanta's the main hub for the eastern side of the United States for all flights.
They have flights going out of there 24/7 to like Europe and stuff all the time, like China and all that stuff. It's crazy.
I will tell you, I will take a flight to Europe any day of the week over another trip back to Japan.
Oh,
because the flight to Europe's only like 6 or 8 hours. So that's nothing. That is nothing.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Drew corrected me. It's not Southwest. It's Delta is all the flights.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was Delta.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to. I knew it wasn't all Southwest. Southwest does Dallas. Like they do a lot out of Dallas.
When my dad flew to Djibouti, he said it was like a 27-hour flight because they flew.
You said Djibouti.
Djibouti. You never have to wear a raincoat in Djibouti.
No. Because it never rains, because it is nothing but sand.
Why? That was a play on words. So, there's a song out there called Djibouti. I forget who.
I know. By. Whenever I was in 8th grade, I thought I was hilarious, and we had to do a like cultural study or whatever on one of the countries, and I chose Djibouti. Just to look up at the teacher whenever she goes, "Wyatt, what's your country?" Djibouti. And then I stared at her for like 5 seconds, and then she didn't think I was funny, and I did, and everybody else did, and I got in trouble. I got sent down to the SAL room for it. So, fun story.
What?
SAL room? It's like when kids get in trouble now, you get sit down to little like lab rooms where you got to do your work on your own and sit and stare at a wall for 8 hours. It was not fun.
I was gonna say I could have cared less. Yeah,
it's like an in-school detention kind of.
So it's like ISS. What we had was we had ISS, which was in-school suspension.
Yeah, that's what we have. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They just call it The room is called SAL, Suspension Alternative Lab, but it's called ISS, In School Suspension. Yeah.
You can't say in school suspension anymore. It's derogatory and it makes the kids feel bad.
That's
What?
like, well,
But
that's
if the
like
kid's being a prick, then he deserves to go to in school suspension. What?
So we built a supermax prison here about 20 years ago, and it was called the supermax for the longest time until it legally got challenged because it was proven to be psychologically like damaging or whatever, because it was called the supermax. So we had to change to like what do they have, the Wisconsin Secure Detention Facility.
You were a really, really bad kid, so you go to the bad boy jail.
So they
Even
literally
bad.
like they literally at that one only get out of their cell for 1 hour a day, because that's for the guys that can't follow the rules of prison when they go to the hole, that can't follow the rules while they're in the hole.
Yeah, absolutely stupid. Just go to prison and do your time and just live your life. Like stop being a bitch. Like, how hard is that? Like, seriously.
Well, and then I will tell you, just because I did it for so long, I will give me a murderer, give me a gangbanger any day of the week, because they are the calmest, the most decent people out there. It's the ones that go in for petty theft, that think they have something to prove, that are the biggest pain in the ass of all time. Like, they are awful. So the one kid this was towards the end of my career. He came in on a 3-year petty theft bit. He's now doing like 78 years because of staff assaults, because he always thinks he had to prove something. And so I kept waiting. I was hoping. This kid was always in the hole, and I'm like, please do something stupid while I'm escorting you, because I wanted to show him my knowledge. And I just remember the one time he looks at me, he goes, Andy, I ain't fucking with you. There's something in your eyes that said that's not right about you. So he would never try shit with me. And I'm like,
they called you Andy?
Because my last name's Anderson. So a lot of people called me Andy. So
okay.
You know, it was just kind of a thing that everybody called me Andy.
Toy's like, I wish you would, motherfucker. Dude,
I'm like, fuck around and find out. Because
I wish you would, bitch.
Well, so I had a little bit of folklore. I have a little bit of history in that unit from like 20 years before that probably deterred him from wanting to try anything. So when I was a young officer, I used to handle things on my own without involving any supervisors and without incriminating myself and saying too much. That's all I'm saying. And but there again, inmates, word gets around, and inmates will either respect you or they'll walk over you. And I had their respect. They knew if they didn't fuck with me, I didn't fuck with them. But if they wanted to fuck around and find out, they fucked around and they found out. And I wasn't. Wow. And at that point, I wasn't playing anymore. And then it was, as the saying goes, it's time to be nice till it's time not to be nice, and then it's time to be nice again.
You said you worked with kids, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you worked with
male security prison, max security prison.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you worked with like a detention center for kids.
No, prison, Wyatt.
They have to call it detention center because jail is.
I thought you worked at like a prison for kids. Why did I think that? Not kids, but like know. Not kids. I don't know why I said juvenile. That. Like what? 15 to 18.
Juvenile.
No, so the one prison I did work at, they would send a lot of younger inmates there, and that was actually the one I gathered my little bit of a reputation at. And the prison was nicknamed Gladiator School because they sent all the younger kids there. Like, but I'm not 15 to 18, like 18 to like 24. Like, there were adults, and they like to fight a lot.